back, it only means one thing. Formula One is ending.
Sadly.
Sadly.
Very sad.
Now,
sad, but you've been dominating.
I mean, it's not our fault that we have the best car
You're very
ever.
Yeah.
We have the best car ever. We've been dominating this weekend. I mean, it's not going to be any different. Proper domination.
I have a question, and it's every time I ask it elicits mixed reactions. Is it the car or the driver?
Please. That the argument is one of those that will never have a proper answer.
Why?
Sometimes it's you might have a good car, but you have a shit driver. So
True.
They go together. They go hand in hand. You can't separate the two, in my opinion.
Because if you're such a great driver, then take the Mercedes and do things with it. Okay? It's not possible. On the other hand, if it's purely about the car, Sergio Perez and Verstappen should be 1 and 2, should be following each other every day, but they don't.
Are they driving the same car?
No, who's the second driver at Red Bull?
It's Sergio, it's him.
Yes,
It's him.
So how come there's such a disparity? So is that now the talent? That's why I said it goes either way.
There's a lot of things that also go to much as there's been a lot of conversation around Perez this season, right? Him being Max's teammate, of course, strategy has to be aligned. Sometimes we feel like he's not being favored by the team. He's always like, I don't want to say the sacrificial lamb, but yeah, there's a lot of things that go into him winning besides him having a very good car and being a good driver.
But be like Mark Webber, who at times would say, let's go.
He's trying to.
And Mark Webber did that quite a bit with
Vettel.
Like, you remember there's one where they got the wing. They got the wing from him. Not
Correct.
the wing. What is it called? The front thingy.
The wing.
Yeah, they removed it and then they gave it to Vettel and then he won. And then when he won, then he said it on the radio. He said something like, not bad for number 2 driver. Remember?
Yes.
So I'm just wondering, like, wouldn't it, like, I don't, okay, why won't they just let them race? Because look, they are so dominant than every other person. Let's agree. Their car is the best by a huge distance.
Correct.
So why not just let them race? Like, guys, go.
Let me ask you, if you know your chances of winning, you have 2 guys, right? And one is almost like a sure guarantee he's going to win. The other one is like a 70-30. Who would you put your best strategy behind? Who would you back?
It depends. What is the competition like? There is no competition. F1 this has been the singular most boring F1 season ever.
So what happens to the...
So because it's like that, let's add a bit of spice, please. Sergio Perez, Verstappen, let's go.
I think it's everybody. Once the race starts, all those 20 drivers are out there. It's like them going to war. Right? Everyone's standing for themselves.
Yeah. But one has a club, one has a machete, and one has a machine gun. It's not the same.
Listen, a weapon is a weapon.
Yeah.
True. A weapon is a weapon.
Depends on how
it's
you
how
use
you
it,
use it. Exactly. It's how you use it. And also, for people to say that this has been the most boring season.
It's me, not everyone else. It's just me.
This, I'm also just looking at what people have been saying, the conversations that have been going on online. And forgetting that Hamilton dominated for a very long time.
True.
The hybrid era.
Not this kind of domination, though.
Oh, okay.
18 wins, man.
No,
is it 18, 19?
No, but she's just bringing up a very good point. Maybe you can
Yeah.
just complete that point. Hamilton dominated for a while because that's what I wanted to find out.
Yeah, he dominated for a very long time for him to have bagged 7 championships.
18 wins in a season. Is it 18 or 19?
19
18 wins.
and
Like,
19.
how
Let
many?
me tell you
What's the overall? What's the number? They're 20 what?
23.
23. He has 18 out of.
23.
No, today. Oh, today is the last one.
Today is the last one, so he'll back
So
the 19.
he'll be 19. So he'll be 19 out of 23.
Yeah.
So 19 out of
getting 19?
19 out of 23. My mathematics is terrible. 19 out of, where's my calculator? 19 divided by 23
times 4.
82%. 82%.
Yeah.
He's won 82%
It
of
goes
the
to
thing.
show, first of all, Max has really grown as a driver. He's no longer making stupid mistakes on track.
Give it to him.
You have to give it to him. the guy has really matured in his drive. Still a very problematic and chaotic driver, which we absolutely love. I mean, you said you're a Schumacher fan.
Yes.
He was chaotic as well.
Yes.
So, I mean, let's let Max do what he is doing. And the beauty of it is, even Hamilton has acknowledged and said Max has really done well.
I like Max. I like the fact that one, he drives, two, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
I like people who don't care for image. He is not being proper.
He's not here for the
fitted
optics.
proper. No. He's like, I don't care.
But I have an issue with him. Continue. I have an issue with him.
He's like, I don't like Las Vegas. This is more a show than the actual racing.
Yeah.
But you brought up Hamilton, and that is why I took interest, because he's somebody I've followed very closely.
Are you
And
a fan?
I'll say yes, because he's broken some boundaries. But we can't take away the fact that he's done some good
Right.
work as well. What went wrong with him? Because he's dominated for some time, and this has just not been his season. What can you attribute it to? Maybe 1 or 2 pointers.
You know, the car they had last year and the car they have this year, you know what they should do? Go light both cars on fire. Burn the cars. Because those cars have been terrible. Yeah. Hamilton is still a very, very good driver. And in fact, why is he fighting for P3 now? Because regardless of how bad the car was, he's really tried to have an incredible season. He's matched up on the points. He has. And I mean, Russell is not too far behind, but that car has just been bad.
Yes.
And some very bad strategy calls on occasion.
Maybe
Maybe I'm just...
Let's think back to Brazil. Oh, they had a terrible race weekend. Strategy.
What do you mean by strategy? You see, for those who do not follow Formula One, because most people naturally, somebody watching F1 will be thinking, will end up faster than the other, blah blah. Of course, it's that at surface level, but when we talk about strategy, what do you mean? What poor strategy they have in Brazil?
So let's, if you're going to break down strategy, is one, what set of tires, say for example, you start a race with, allows you to either get far ahead, because you know you've had enough time to warm up your tires, you've gone to the front, blah blah. But now what comes into play is your pit stop strategy, right? If you pit too early, if you pit too late, safety cars, which no one can predict, which could literally, you have strategy A, which I mean is working out until someone crashes on the track. What do? You have to think fast on your feet. And I think what happened in Brazil was a situation where Mercedes were a little bit reckless. They were taking too long with the pit stops. I mean, why would you have a driver sit, or rather have, how long was it? I'm trying to remember. Close to 2 seconds. Yeah.
almost 3
He
seconds.
really sat there for a while. And just bad calls through and through. And even not listening to the drivers, because the drivers are the ones who are on the track. I think it was Brazil where George Russell actually decided to run his own race, because not being confident in what your team is doing.
I need some assurance. This is not the end of him. He'll be back. Hamilton, that is.
Oh, he will. Did you hear what Toto said in Vegas? He said he almost feels like he owes Hamilton an 8th championship.
Maybe
He's going to give him an 8th.
Maybe the question we should be answering is, why have Mercedes been so bad since the switch? And how come every time there's a switch from one type of engine to another, where there's huge changes in Formula One, the team that was dominant seems to always not continue? Maybe that's where your answer really is.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at it, Ferrari, then there was a change. I was not McLaren for a bit. Then the one Jenson Button won, Honda, and then Red Bull, and then Mercedes, and then back to Red Bull. So maybe, in fact, let's come back and you explain to her. So how come teams are not able to stay? You know the way Man City keeps on
That
winning,
consistency.
South Africa keeps on winning.
Or rather, why change what is not broken?
No. The rules demand you change.
The rules demand that
every
you change,
4-5 years, Formula One does this ridiculous change. Like, oh, now we are going to go into hybrid cars. Oh, now the rims have to be this. Oh, now the tires have to be. So every so often. Also, I think to keep the thing fresh and, carbon. What are those carbon things called? And those
Carbon emissions.
Yeah, those things, all those things. So
Yeah.
because
They
of
fly
that.
the planes in,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
That's another different story.
Anyway.
I mean, they have the largest carbon footprint, one of the largest, because I mean, like what you guys were saying earlier, you're moving from North America all through to the, what is it called? The Middle East. I mean, they travel a lot, but maybe we'll get into it. I have an answer for you.